Hey y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's been a while. And of course, I was like, I've been saying I need to post something. I just didn't know what. Plus I was sick, but much better now. Back at it. So I was just thinking today. It's early in the morning over here. But I was watching something and giving some thoughts cuz they were asking it was this question being posed, would you or what is your opinion on interracial dating? And as they went through a lineup of people, men, women, black, Hispanic, I didn't finish watching the videos, so that's all I saw. But I watched at least about 20 some odd people answer, and many of them was like, um, whatever floats your boat. Some were like, sure, it's good for everybody else, but me personally, no. And a lot of them who had gone through, some had said that they dated and they talked about their experience, and they was just like, yeah, I just can't, just based off of XYZ. Um, Sorry. And I would tell y'all where to go watch it at, but it just popped up on my phone. So I apologize. If I could have had a link, I probably would have put it in the thing so y'all could watch it. But it was sitting here and it was making me think about not so much interracial dating because that's your business, but it made me think more about dating and relationships. Because when people talk about the two, they talk about them like exclusively together. And I really do think that they are separate. Yes, one does lead to the other, but as far as dating, I think I would be open to dating. Very open because I feel like dating is about experiences, right? However, as far as like being in a relationship, because a relationship to me personally equals commitment, and then it's more so like, are you willing to put in the work and fight and do XYZ to make things work, every day? Because every day is going to be a choice to stick with this person and to live life out with this person, especially if you decide you want to get in a marriage or whatever it may be. And I'm starting to see these things a little bit differently. And I think that the idea of relationships, I think the idea is always kind of the same. But I think that as people get older, me personally, being around people in my experiences with people when they talk about relationships, when you get older, it's like there's so much more pressure on finding the one or being exclusive with this one person. And I'm not gonna lie, that sounds great and all, but as a whole, part of me in my mind, I'm just like, let's just see how things go day by day. And I know y'all probably like, what? But that's how I feel. Like, y'all ever watch movies and in the movie people be like real deal struggling? Oh, let me tell y'all, let me give you a good example. Go watch Fire Lane Girls or Firefly Lane, or I don't know what it is. It's on Netflix. My homegirl, she had me in and out watching it. Yes, y'all, I still got a little congestion. I don't know what it is. It's something. It's right there on the chest. And yeah. But anyway, told y'all I was sick. But but I'm not anymore. But something's still lingering. But yeah, so my homegirl had me. Well, she didn't have me doing nothing. She was watching the movie, and I was like, there was a series, and I was like, dang, I think I've seen this before. She was like, yeah, they put out the second season or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay. So like I would be watching bits and pieces with her, and then going over into the other space and just doing my own thing, and then come back and watch some more. But in the movie, one of the girls got married. Well, she was in a relationship with a guy. She got married, and then along the way they got a divorce. And then after he went through an incident or whatever, had a tragedy, they wound up like dating again, and then he kept asking her to marry her. And so my friend was like, why do people kind of get a divorce and then try to get married again and blah blah blah? And I was like, it's just all about perspective. And I was like, and I feel like for me personally, we got to take these things day by day. I was like, in too, when you're in a relationship with these other people, I was like, you have to be able to be okay with them going. And I think that when you get in a marriage and certain stuff like that, like people real deal, they lock in, they be like, you can't never leave. But if you're miserable because you're not being honest, which is 9 times out of 10 the reason why you're miserable, you need to reevaluate. Like there needs to be some more honesty. There needs to be communication. There needs to be understanding, right? Comprehension with the communication. It's so many things. And I think a lot of people now are working on themselves, but some people are like pretending to work on themselves, and which that's unhelpful, right? They pretend that they working on themselves to get someone who's really working on themselves because they see that this particular person, um, is about their life, is a good quality person or whatever it may be. And then of course that person who's working on themselves feel like that the other person is interrupting their healing process or whatever. But I think we get locked in with people, and I'm not saying with marriage. I'm saying just relationships, because I've been going back and forth. So just in relationships, we get locked in with people, and we want to put like this extra umph on it. Like I just got to stick through and stick with this person. Because right now we're going through a hard patch or a rough time or whatever you want to say, a rough patch. Um, and in essence, in my belief, right, it's easier said than done. I know it because, of course, I was talking to somebody and like, you know, I kind of walked away, but you are so tuned into this person where you just don't want to leave them alone. So it's easier said than done to walk away and leave them alone because you still think about the person every day. But I also think if you are thinking that there's plenty of people out here and that you want someone who's going to work with you, and all these other things, like yes, you can still talk to that person. I'm not telling you totally like pish tosh, but don't put so much of your effort in fixing them. Continue to fix you and work on you, and understand that you are the priority for yourself, because that person is thinking that they're the priority for them and they want all of your attention. And it's like when we start focusing on other people, that's kind of like where we mess up. And it's not to say that once you get into a committed relationship that like, oh, you got to put all your focus on that other person. No, you still focus on you. You still do what you need to do for you, because if you're not taking care of you, you just automatically go and, I was going to say douse, but throw all of you onto this other person, thinking that they should now become your fixer and your savior and all these other things. And then you get upset when they don't do exactly what you need. But if you're still continuously working on you, it's like a space is made for the two of you to coexist and what they say, cohabitate and co-create and like you're two whole people. You're still your own business. It's kind of like, to me, like Walmart, right? And then you have Walmart online, and then you have all these other things, like, or you have like Walmart and you have Sam's, and then you got Walmart online. All of them is under the same corporation. At the end of the day, they have the same top housing, but they're their own separate entities, and they run and function as such. And you as a person have to run and function as your own entity too, and not put you aside just to make this one the best. No, we come together as a unit, and we work together and we thrive. And I think a lot of situations in relationships, they let something gets let go of, and then it just kind of breaks apart. It goes into shambles. Not to say again that you can't do stuff for people, that you can't love on them, that you can't buy them gifts, that you can't think about them. But as far as taking care of yourself has to be number one, regardless of what relationship you're in. And I'm saying this more so, I think, to remind me, because remember I told y'all this like a little mini series of me getting my life together. But Yeah, hopefully that helps. That's it, you guys. I felt like I was gonna say something else, but you gotta let it go. When it moves, you got to let it go. All right, y'all. I miss y'all. It's been a while. I'm gonna see y'all soon. Peace.